No smoke, no smoke.
What's up? Welcome to All Gas, No Smoke. Those of you that are returning, welcome back. And those of you that may be new, I kindly ask that you like the video and think about subscribing to help a small channel grow. But let's jump into it. So this weekend, we had the third round of the outdoor season at Thunder Valley in Colorado. As we always do, we start by congratulating our winners. So I want to say congratulations to Chance Hymas and Jet Lawrence. Both of those riders going one-on-one and winning the overall motos for this weekend. Thunder Valley is an interesting track though. Everything from the elevation, the change in the track, the dirt, etc. That's all leads to an interesting day of racing. So many factors come into play when you race at Thunder Valley. Thunder Valley is one of those tracks that will expose your conditioning if it's not up to par. There's a lot to talk about. I may even have to break this video up into two parts, splitting the 250s and the 450s just for the sake of time. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So starting with the 250s, we have Chance Hymas going 1-1, putting an end to Deegans Win Streak and finally getting a win for himself after having food poisoning last week. He still has plenty of ground to cover when it comes to points, but this was a much needed win for him and he performed well this weekend. So shout out to Chance Hymas for winning and going 1-1. Hayden Deegan went 2-2. Deegan made a few mistakes in the first moto, but the biggest driver of his results right now was mechanical failure. Whatever was done or not done to those star Yamaha bikes, they did not like it. And you can tell Deegan was not happy with this. So Deegan's bike was possibly losing the clutch. It also was overheating. And then you had Moseman's bike even that completely blew up. So whatever was done to those bikes, the bikes did not like it. As we talked about this before, Hayden pushes that bike to the limit and you can tell the bike was not happy and he was not happy with the result. And I don't think he was of course he was probably upset at the bike because it failed, right? But he also had to lose to his rival. Like if he probably would have lost to Joe Shimoda or Beaumer or Tom Vial, he'll be upset, but not that bad. But Hymas and Deegan don't like each other. So not only did he have the bike, fail, which he probably feels that was probably preventable, but he had to lose to his rival there. So understandably upset. But do I think he would have won if his bike did not fail? Yes, I do. Do I think it would have been as easy as the previous weeks? No, I do not. But I wonder what happened, right? It's racing, stuff breaks, but I just wonder if it stemmed from the tune or was the tune too lean, causing the bike to overheat or whatever happened, right? I'm just kind of curious of how a team like Star could just, I don't know, not hit the mark on this one. But it's racing. You take the data, you go back, you learn from your mistakes and you race another weekend. Levi Kitchen placing third overall. He's been putting in work, coming off of an injury as well, and he's looking good on that 450. But I also want to say shout out to the Cowie boys. They're always in a pack together. You'll see them. They're either if they're in fourth place, they're like 4, 5, 6. If they're in fifth or something, it's like 5, 6, 7. So they're always riding in a pack while they're on the track. Tom Vial, where you at, bruh? This is not how I expected him to start the outdoor season. He is a champion in Supercross, and I thought he did pretty good in outdoors, but it just seems like it's not coming together for him. But this is racing, stuff can change. But I'm honestly right now, I don't think he's a contender for the overall championship right now. Joe Shimoda I'm not going to be too hard on Joe. 5th is not bad. He was riding well. I did expect a little bit more from him, but to be honest, it was a weekend for everybody. So not too hard on Joe. 5th overall is not bad. Shout out to Joe Shimoda. But I also want to say shout out to Mr. Casey Cochran, placing 6th, repping my home state of VA. I live in VA right now, I live in AZ right now, but VA is my home. Always nice to see a Virginian doing their thing. So, because we don't get a lot of representation. So shout out to Casey Cochran. But you tell me right now down in the comments below, how did you feel about the 250 racing at Thunder Valley? Also, let me know where you are checking in from, your city, state, area code. And please do not forget, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.